Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, we completed total 7 questions from our exercise. So today, we are going to solve some more questions of your exercise of chapter number 12. Let's start it. Our next question is question number 8. Okay, what is in question number 8? Find out the functional group in the following compounds. Okay, good. So the first compound is benzene ring with CHO, OH and OMe. So the first functional group over here is CHO, in the sense aldehyde. After that, second functional group is OH, means alcohol. Third one is OMe, it is ether methoxy. Okay, and the fourth one, carbon carbon double bond. Okay, after that, our second compound is similar one, benzene ring with NH2, double bonded oxygen, single bonded oxygen, CH2, CH2, nitrogen, C2H5 twice. So, functional groups over here, first one, it is NH2, means amine. After that, COOR, in the sense ester. Third one, bond empty and C2H5 twice, in the sense tertiary amine. Nitrogen with 3 bond of the carbon. And the fourth one, carbon carbon double bond. So double bond. Okay. After that, third compound is again benzene ring with CH double bond CH NO2. Okay. So here, first functional group will be NO2, means nitro. After that, second functional group is carbon carbon double bond. Other than no functional group is available in this particular question. So that was all about the question number 8. After that, our next question, question number 9. Okay, for the question number 9, there are two particular nucleophiles have been given and they asked us which one is more stable. NO2, CH2, CH2O minus and CH3, CH2O minus. Which one of them is more stable? This one will be more stable. Why? Because of NO2, it shows minus I effect, whereas here CH3 is available. That's why here will be plus I effect. Plus I effect. Because of plus I effect, electrons will be donated towards oxygen. and in minus I effect, electron will be attracted from the oxygen. So electron density will decrease on the oxygen and stability will increase. That's why NO2 CH2 CH2O minus will be more stable than this one. You have to write down the whole answer according to your knowledge as I explained you. After that, our question number 10. What is the question number 10? Why alkyl groups attached to the pi system act as an electron donator? Explain. If anything is attached to the pi system, why they are going to act as an electron donating group? It is quite simple, because of hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation, they act as a electron donating group. In the topic of hyperconjugation, we have derived hyperconjugation of the propene, and that particular system will be the answer. So follow the lecture containing hyperconjugation effect in the electron transferring effect, and you can write your answer from the textbook also. In the hyperconjugation topic, at the last they have given the hyperconjugation of the propene. That topic will be included in the answer of the question number 10. After that, question number 11. Give resonance structure of the following compounds, okay, and electron transfer arrows. First compound is C6H5OH and the second one is C6H5NO2. For these two, we have already drawn the structure in the resonance effect. So the resonance structure of these two will be in the homework, as we have completely done it before. You have to write the answer on your own of the above two questions also. Okay. So the third one, what is it? CH3CH double bond CHCHO. We have to draw the resonance structure of this compound. Let's draw it. So the carbon with more 3 carbon hydrogen connected to the another carbon, connected to the double bonded carbon, connected to the carbon with the oxygen and the hydrogen. This is our compound. So the electron transfer, the double bond pi electron will be transferred on the oxygen, and this double bond will be transferred over here. So the resonance structure of this compound will be, okay, this carbon as it is with the 3 hydrogen. Now this carbon has a 1 hydrogen, pi bond is shifted over the side and oxygen becomes minus. Now this carbon have only 3 bond because pi electron is transferred. That's why this carbon becomes positive. Okay. Now if we want to gain this structure from this one, simply the pi electron will be transferred again on the bond, and this double bond will be transferred again on the original position. Reverse arrow of the this one. So this one will be the resonance structure of the given compound. Okay. After that, our fourth compound, C6H5CHO. C6H5CHO. Okay, let's draw the compound of this one. Double bonds C double bonded oxygen, single bonded hydrogen. So this is 6,6H5O. First of all, the pi electron will be transferred on the oxygen, and the pi electron of the ring will form double bond over here. So this double bond transferred over here, and this bond will be transferred over here. So because of that, ring and the carbon will form double bond, and double bonded oxygen becomes single bonded with the negative charge and hydrogen. Now because of the vacancy of the bond, this hydrogen, this carbon becomes positive. Now this bond will be transferred over here. So the next resonance structure will be like this. Now the plus charge is transferred over here. Resonance structure pi bond will be transferred over here. Double bonded carbon, single bonded hydrogen, single bonded oxygen with the negative charge. Now resonance will be carry forward. Double bond will be shifted at the bottom, and plus charge will be shifted over here. So the resonance structure will be something like this. Plus charge over here, pi bond, double bonded carbon, single bonded oxygen with the negative charge, and single bonded hydrogen. Now this pi bond will be transferred again on the ring, and oxygen will provide its electron to the carbon. So our last resonance structure of the given compound will be something like this. Again double bonded oxygen and single bonded hydrogen. So that was the resonance structure for C6H5CHO. Likewise, C6H5CH2 plus. The same procedure will be carried out in this structure also. Let's do this. The practice of the resonance structure: carbon with the positive charge and 2 hydrogen. Okay, double bond, double bond, double bond. Now the pi electron will be over here. That's why our next resonance structure will be like something this. Plus charge on this carbon because double bond is shifted on the upper side. Double bond, double bond. Now this bond will be transferred over here, and positive charge will be transferred over here. Simple. That's why this carbon becomes plus. Double bond, double bond. Here double bonded carbon with single bonded 2 hydrogens. Now same as the above, pi bond will be transferred over here, and plus charge will be over here. So the next resonance structure will be like this. Double bond, and plus charge over here. Double bonded carbon with 2 hydrogen. Last resonance structure, as pi bond will be again transferred into ring, plus charge will be on the carbon. So our original structure will be regained. Carbon with the positive charge, 2 hydrogen, and double bonds. Okay. So that was the resonance structure of the 6th compound they have given. 5th compound they have given. After that, 6th compound is CH3CH double bond CH CH2 plus. Okay, this one will be easy. Let's see. Carbon with 3 hydrogens, connected to the carbon with a hydrogen and double bonded carbon and hydrogen. This carbon has a positive charge and two hydrogen on it. What will happen? Simple. This double bond will be shifted over here and plus charge will be shifted on this carbon. Okay. So the resonance structure will be like this. The front carbon with no change on the configuration. Now this carbon becomes plus as double bond is shifted over the side. Now if we want to gain the original structure again, double bond will be transferred over here and you will get the return first one structure. So that was the resonance structure they asked in the question number 11. After that, our next question number 12. What is the question number 12? What is nucleophile and electrophile? Explain with the example. We have already done this question very well when we start our electron movements. Before that, I told you about the difference of electrophiles and nucleophiles, definitions of it, examples of it. So refer that lecture, and from the topic of your textbook, electrophile and nucleophiles, you have to write this answer on your own. Okay. After that, our next question number 13. What is question number 13? Write the darkened bold reagent as a nucleophile and electrophile from given reaction. Okay, our first reaction is CH3COOH plus OH minus gives us CH3COO minus plus H2. Okay, for this one, the underlined one, it is nucleophile or electrophile. Because of negative charge, it is nucleophile, and quite simple. Okay. After that, our second reaction is CH3COCH3 plus Cn minus gives me CH3C Cn and OH. The underlined one is again nucleophile because of the negative charge. Both of them are nucleophile. So the next reaction C6H5 minus plus CH3CO plus gives me C6H5COCH3. Over here, because of positive charge, it is electrophile. Okay, as I told you. So our next question number 14. In this question, they have given us some of the reaction and we have to classify it as a type of the reaction. We have total 4 type of reaction: addition reaction, elimination reaction, substitution reaction, and rearrangement reaction. So we have to give a type, which type of reaction it is. So the first reaction, CH3CH2Br plus HS minus gives me CH3CH2SH plus Br minus. Okay, you can see clearly that HS minus has been taken place of Br. That's why substitution reaction take places. substitution reaction occurs. But we have nucleophile. That's why substitution of nucleophile occurs. So nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay. Our next reaction, second one, CH3 twice C double bonded with CH2 plus HCl gives me CH3 twice Cl C CH3. So two reagent combined and give me one product. Addition of the reagent, that's why addition reaction. After that, our third reaction is CH3 CH2Br plus OH minus gives me CH2 double bond CH2 plus H2O plus Br minus. You can see that something is eliminated from here and reacted with OH minus. That means elimination reaction occurs. Okay. Our last reaction, fourth one, CH3 thrice C CH2OH plus HBr gives me CH3 twice C Cl CH2 CH3 plus H2O. Okay, this one is complicated. Rearrangement occurs, that's why it is complicated. Let's see. Carbon with 3 methyl group. CH3 means Me. Connected to the carbon with OH and 2 hydrogens, right? Now, electron of this bond, this OH bond will be transferred on the oxygen. That's why carbon becomes plus. So, from here, C, Me, Me and Me methyl group, and this carbon becomes plus, right? Now you can see this is primary carbon and this one is secondary carbon, tertiary carbon. So Me will be transferred over here and plus charge will be transferred over here. So Me will be transferred over here and plus charge over here, plus HO minus. So from this C Me with the plus charge CH2 CH3. Now our reagent HBr comes in the market and Br is connected over here and H plus and OH minus combines and give me this compound, not the ClBr. Okay. In the sense, two reaction occurring. One is substitution, exchange of OH and Br, and another one is rearrangement. So, substitution and rearrangement occurs. two reactions are occurring simultaneously. After that, our next question, question number 15, they have given us a pair and we have to identify it as a structural isomers, geometrical isomers or resonance structure. We have to identify a pair. So the first pair is double bonded oxygen and double bonded oxygen. Okay, look at this pair, compound 1 and compound 2. Let's name the carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at the difference between both of them. What is the difference? Here, ketone group is on the third carbon and here, ketone group is on the second carbon. That's why this is structural isomers, more precisely position isomers. Okay. Now our second pair, carbon double bonded carbon with 2 deuterium and 2 hydrogen. On the other side, carbon double bonded carbon with opposite place of the deuterium and 2 hydrogen. Okay. Same molecular formula, same structural formula, but different places. That's why they are stereomers. And more precisely, because of the planar position are different, they are geometrical isomers. After that, our last pair, third one, carbon with double bonded OH with positive charge, single bonded OH and hydrogen. Over here, carbon with single bonded OH plus charge over here and hydrogen. What is happening? Quite simple, both are resonance structure of each other. Why? Because pi bond will be shifted on the oxygen. That's why carbon becomes plus and the lone pair of oxygen will be transferred over here. So they will give us first compound. So both of them are resonance structure. No isomerism is there. Okay. So that was all for the today's lecture. In this lecture, we completed from question number 8 to question number 15. In our next lecture, we are going to start from the question number 16 and we will continue our journey in the exercise of the organic chemistry. So for the today, that's all. Please complete the homework as I have given question number 9, question number 10 and 2 questions of the question number 11 and question number 12 in the homework. Complete this much work so that you can understand organic chemistry better. Thank you so much.